welcome back to the beginners card making course. My name is Julie Kettlewell and this is the Paper Haven YouTube channel, and I'm here with my fiance Craig, and it's week 4. Craig, you've come back, 4th week, you're back.
I am.
Yeah, we're going to do some more techniques.
Okay.
So for those of you who may not have watched our previous videos, please do go back and visit those. They're on this channel on the playlist under live classes. And we started with week 1 and doing some basic stamping, and we've gradually sort of built up from there. We've covered stamping, matting and layering. We've covered embossing with the machine, die cutting, and stamping off. We did stamping off last week, didn't we? And we did a bit of punching.
Yep.
We did a bit of punching. No one got hurt. No one got hurt last week. And you did come up with an amazing idea. And we need to share that card again, I feel. Because I was so proud of this card last week. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, I can see it here peeping out. This one from last week. If you didn't see this one, Craig decided to do the greeting here with the inking in the background. So it sort of sits in the background, but it's raised up on some foam pads. So I was really impressed with your creativity that week. We're still dining off that one a week later. Right, I've got my folder with your bits and bobs in, your cardstock and things.
Okay.
We're working with 4 colours and we're working with 1 stamp set. Well, I'm saying 1 stamp set. You do need a greeting set, but we're working with the ocean front stamp set. That's it's a bit funny because it's in the mini catalogue, which is still live till the end of June, but it's also in the main catalogue now. We've got an overlap of 2 catalogues at the minute. So it doesn't have any greetings in it. It's a lovely one for building up scenes, which we're going to do today. And we're going to do a different size card. But first things first, we're going to bring in a new tool into the relationship.
Is that battleships?
Okay, are you ready? Do you want to move your notebook? You're so studious with your notebook ready and your pen. Right, this is the Stamparatus. Yeah?
Okay.
It's not a... When we first got it, people were like Stampasaurus and things like that calling it. But it's a Stamparatus, and what it is, it's a stamp positioning tool. But it's sort of more than that. These, you know, you have your clear blocks. Let's just get a clear block out. You know, we've been stamping with these.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to use these for smaller stamps, but these platforms sort of replace your blocks. You're going to stamp with these and the click in and you can stamp down. But I will show you. I will show you how it works. So first things is I'll go through the actual tool. If you don't have this, I will confess, the reason why I've used this week, I don't use this enough.
Okay.
Some people have it on their desk all the time and use it all the time, and I don't use it enough. So it comes with this base, and you've got your measurements on here as well, but it also comes with a little foam mat, because you know we talked about having that springy surface. And then it comes with these 2 plates which click in there and they just come out and you can move them down and all sorts. Okay, they come out easy enough, so you get 2 of those. So potentially you've got 2 surfaces to put stamps on, but you've also got the other side, so you've got 4 potential surfaces to put stamps on. Now you can also purchase this sort of mini grid paper, which can sit in there, which is useful for this. I'm just going to take that one out because I want to turn it over and show you, because I want to issue a little warning with this. This does come with magnets.
Oh, right.
Okay. Now it does say on the box when you buy it, if you've got a pacemaker or you live with anyone who's got a pacemaker, don't let them near the magnets. Okay. All right. So you might see that I've put tape on these.
Yeah.
This is because these magnets are very, very strong, and I've had a couple of customers who've accidentally let them magnetise together, and then they couldn't get them apart or they've broken.
Okay.
So this is why I've popped a bit of tape around, just to desensitize them kind of a bit. They still work and they're sitting there. We don't have to use them, but they are there to help, because the plate is like it's got like various little magnets under there, you see. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach people, we'll have a practice how we would use this. First thing you need to be sure of is that you're working with clean stamps.
Sure.
Did we clean our stamps after the end of last week?
I
don't think we did.
No, we didn't.
Do you want to get your stamping scrub out, love? It's just under there, please.
Stamping scrub.
Yep, and I've put you the spray in your little box of goodies. Okay, now there should be 3 little raindrops there, so you spray in there.
All right, so that's how you know how to...
Yeah. So it washes and it... Don't spray on this side, love. It washes and it dries, yeah? Do you want to pass that biggest block, please, in your thing? And we're just going to pop a... It don't matter if it's a little bit bigger than the blocks. It's just for cleaning purposes. You're just going to rub it in there and then dry it in there.
Okay.
So we want to make sure they are clean. And then just dry it there and it'll just dry that off. A lot of people like to clean the stamps. Now you know your stamp's clean, we'll pop it in the box and then I'll pass you that one to do the same. A lot of people like to use baby wipes and stuff for this. But A, they're not environmentally friendly, either, because they take ages. We try and be kind to the environment. But B, you can get like little bits of fibres on your stamps that come from them and things like that. We don't want that. That's fine. That's good. And then do you want to do the sand?
Right, all good.
And then I'll just give you that grass one and then we should be okay. Right. Sometimes these jobs are boring, but you've got to do a bit of housekeeping.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
You've got to start off with clean tools. Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Right. We can pop that away. We've done a bit of washing and drying on a Sunday. And do your jobs on a Sunday.
Nice day for it.
Nice day for it. Right. I'm going to see if I've got a bit of scrap paper in here, a bit of scrap card. We'll have a practice on. We might turn it into something, but I'm just going to go through the various elements of the stamparatus. Right. Let's just cut this piece of card down. We may as well cut it to the size that we'd probably need it for a card front. So, I'm just going to trim some card down for you, love.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I've just trimmed a little bit of card down. And you can pop it. Well, you can actually put it anywhere you want to on here. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of these. And just pop it over that corner there. It's holding it in place.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do it exactly. This is just a practice one. Exactly building it up like you did with your stamping that you've done before. We're going to start with the sky. Yeah.
Okay.
But what we're going to do, we're going to lay this. This is why we needed to clean them, yeah?
Okay.
We're going to lay it face down, so the way that it would stamp on the project, yeah? And then we're going to bring this over and pick it up. It's just going to take the card up with it, but that's all right. We're picking it up with that, yeah?
Okay.
All right. And we're going to stamp with this. This is how we're going to stamp, you see. I know it seems a bit... All right. So... what I like to do is put a stamp set under here, just so this is level. That's the top tip for you.
Okay,
Pop a stamp set under there. What you're going to do is take the colour. Now, you should know these in your sleep now. But what's the colour for the sky?
Pool party.
Pool party. Take your pool party, please, love.
Okay.
And you're going to ink this up. But you need to just be careful. You're going to tap it. You're going to take the stamp, ink pad, to the stamp and tap it ever so lightly on it.
That one.
We don't want to get ink on the stamparatus.
So we're doing it.
So just tap down. We're going to take the ink pad to the stamp.
Yep.
Okay. Right. And then you can pop your ink pad to one side. You're going to just basically, it's like opening closing a book. You're going to pop that down, you're going to put a load of pressure on it, yeah? So I'll let you do that. Because of the table. And then you're going to press it here. Yeah, press it all over the stamp. Yeah, now lift it up.
All right.
And it's stamped, right? See what you see? Now, if you ever do that and it misses a bit, maybe I've put that a bit too close in the corner, but sometimes, you know, when you've stamped before, like those grasses, and it missed a bit off, if you're using the Stamparatus, you can go back and re-ink this up, yeah, and then do it again, because you know it's in exactly the same place. Does that make sense? Now, I've just spotted that I shouldn't have put it right up, because I've ended up, because it was too close to catch that bit, but this was our practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over a bit for the next one that we're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll take that off, but we'll just pop that to one side, and we'll get the sky, and we're going to lay that down on there as well. Yeah. Because it's clean, we're okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to close that up, pick it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to ink that up with the balmy blue. Can you see here, you've got a bit there. Yeah. So we might need to just, in fact, I'm going to take one for the team and wipe that off. Good to have a bit of kitchen roll or something, right? So then you can just do the same.
Okay.
Just only press though where you see we've got a bit of ink there. So just press on the stamp. We should be fine, because that shouldn't be going onto the card.
Okay.
Lift that up. Beautiful.
Perfect.
So if some people struggle with the dexterity, this is what's really good for people who have arthritis in the hands, or you know, that kind of problems, carpal tunnel syndrome, all those sort of things. This is good because it's literally, you don't have to put as much pressure down on a block and things like that, yeah? So then we take that, and then we're going to grab our
okay.
We're going to grab this.
Okay.
So that's in the position pointing.
Yeah, so I set it over there like that.
Yep.
I go like that.
Yep, you grab it, you pick it up with
Pick
it.
it up.
Yeah.
Make sure that card is down properly.
Perfect, yeah, you're a good boy.
Thanks, Mum. Right, okay.
And what colour are you using for your
Crumb
stamp?
cake today, I think.
Yeah, you are.
Crumb cake.
Yeah.
And right, bit there, bit there, bit that, bit this. Okay. Is that gonna?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
Just only press on the stamp.
There you go, moment of truth.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Now, that's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So that's just the basic mechanics of the Stamparatus. There's various other things we can do, what we could have done, and this is why there's two plates. So what we could have done is we've taken a stamp off every time.
Yeah.
But what we could have done is we could have put one of the stamps, we could have put the sky on here, and we could know where that is, yeah? But we could have turned it round. We could have had the sea on the other side and flip it and keep it in the same place. So what I'm trying to say is, if we were making 10 of this same card, we don't need to take the stamps off these. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I've got a question here.
Go on.
Could you not have one there, and one there?
Well, when you're inking them up,
is that the problem?
Yeah,
right.
You could get brown on the blue and things like that. But what you could do is you could have your sea on there, your sky on there.
Right.
As long as you put your piece of card in exactly the same place. If you were doing 10 of the same, you just keep your stamps on here. Yeah?
Okay.
So that's just a little way, just to show, that's the basic of the Stamparatus. But what we'll do is we'll probably keep that for something else.
All right.
Because it's useful. What I want to show is, I'm just going to bring in another stamp. And I'll just grab another piece of scrap card. Just to demonstrate a nice technique. Have you heard of the word ombre?
Ombre?
Yeah.
No.
Well, ombre is like, it means sort of, ladies can have ombre hair, so the hair's dark at the top and it gets lighter.
All right.
So you can have ombre like papers. So, you know, the effect is it starts dark and then it sort of gets lighter. Yeah. What we can do is, it's quite a trendy crafting technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that plate off because it's got the sand on, and bring this one here. And I'm going to bring in a different stamp set that we're not using in this class, but it just is a good one to demonstrate with, and it is a popular one, okay?
Okay.
And we'll do hello, okay? We'll do hello because it's a nice one, and it doesn't need to go with another word.
Right.
If that makes sense. So I'm just going to give that a little cheeky clean on the Stampin' Scrub. Right. So we might just decide we're going to do it there. It doesn't really matter where we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. We might do it there. All right. So we'll pick that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
With that. Oh, I can see it a little bit. That's fine because we're going to stamp there. So it's fine. I can still see a little bit. I'm just trying to think of the best colour to do this. I think the soft suede could be best because it's darker. So I want you to really carefully ink that up and try not to get any ink elsewhere on the stamp apparatus, but make sure it is inked. I don't think there's ink there. Yeah. It's hard to
it's hard this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do it this way.
I think there's a little bit on that corner.
Okay.
Right. So what we're going to do is you're going to flip that over and stamp it like you would, yeah?
Yep.
And press it down. Press it down a little bit and then lift it up. Yeah?
Okay.
Now can you see it's just missed a bit? It's a bit paler there.
Yep.
So what we can do is, this is good that you did that. We can just go back, sort of re-ink it, yeah?
All right. Yeah.
And now do it again. If you had a bit that missed, yeah?
Yep. Which is probably easier if you were stamping it with the block, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you know it's in the right place. Do you see?
Oh, yeah.
And now what we're going to do, we're going to lift it out, but we're going to move it down one, right?
Okay.
You know, there's these little...
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're not going to ink up. We're going to just put it back down and press hard.
Okay.
Yeah? And then back up again. Then lift it up and move it down a slot. And then back.
I like this.
This is your little ombre effect.
Yeah, I like that. It's very good, isn't it?
Now, this stamp set is the perfect one to do it. You can see if you can get another one out of it. It's a challenge, isn't it? Because it just is exactly the right depth. Look how the words just fit exactly. And look at that. How good is that?
That's brilliant.
Isn't that a lovely effect? So that's your ombre, yeah?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So we could make a card out of that. But I know it's not relevant to the stamp set we're using, but it just shows how you can use the stamp apparatus for different things. Yeah, do you like that? Are you having that?
I'm having that. I like that.
Okay, right. So we'll put that to one side.
Yes, is that?
Now, we're going to make this a different size card today. Do you want to go back to your normal stamping technique?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, actually, let's use the stamp apparatus because we said we were. Because I've not brought massive blocks down for that purpose, really. So,
I like the tissue then, shall I?
Oh, a bit of kitchen roll. That would be amazing, please, love. Perfect. Right. So I made a card a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I might need to re-clean those stamps, but it should be all right. I made a card a few weeks ago for a challenge, yeah? Because I'm in a blog hop called the Colour Fusers.
Yeah.
What Is that Stampin' Up you've written on?
Stampin' Up kitchen paper.
Okay, and we had to use 3 different colours.
Right.
And it was 2 blues and it was nearly the colours that we're using. It was Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, but the other one was Pacific Point.
Okay.
Which it lends itself to the sea because it's Pacific. Yeah. So I did this card. I don't know if any people saw it. Made this card with nice bigger square card.
That's amazing. That.
I thought we'd replicate this. I thought you could make this card. Yeah. I thought you could have a go at this. Well, have a look at what elements we've got on here. We've got embossing.
Okay.
Which you've done.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got that. Okay. Should we not talk about that yet?
Talk about as much as you want. I can do it.
We've got some die cutting.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got a bit of the grasses and a bit of stamping off. And then the rest of it, you know, you've everything on here, apart from it's a square card, you've done.
You know I'm a beginner, don't you?
You are a beginner.
All right.
But
give it a go then.
But I think you can do this. But the sea there, it does look nice with the darker blue, doesn't it? But we'll do it in our colours.
Yeah, I think
we'll do it in our colours. Yeah. All right.
All right. Okay.
So you need your book because we're going to give people the dimensions for this card. All right.
Yeah.
I've just noticed, naughty Julie had an open ink pad. Did you see on my social media I had an accident this week with an open ink pad? Right. I filmed a reel. Just as I'm about to finish filming the reel, I dropped the whole card in an open ink pad and got a big line across the front. So that wasn't good, Craigie. Right. Okay, so this is a large card and we're going to use one piece of A4 and all we're going to do is we're going to cut it down to 14.8. I'm just going to recheck my measurements. Yep, that's right. Just rechecking this because I made it a while ago. Right, so let me move the Stamparatus. We've got everything out, haven't we? And we're not doing any stamping yet. We're just going to make our layers. I'll put that on my knee.
Okay.
Okay.
Large card.
We're going to do large square card if you want to write that down.
Okay.
So the measurements are, we're going to use the full length of an A4.
Okay.
And then we're going to cut it. You can only get one card from an A4 when you're doing this. Okay. So before we make 2, you're going to cut it, put it in portrait, and you're going to cut it at 14.8 centimetres. And you should recognise that number because we have used that number.
So we're doing 14.8.
14.8. Yep.
Centimetres, yeah.
Centimetres. And then you're going to flip it. Once you've cut it, you're going to flip it round and you're going to score it at 14.8. We're doing the cutting first on this one.
Flip and score.
Yeah, at 14.8.
Okay.
All right. So that's your card. I'll put your book there, your stamps that we need to put there. So if you pop it in portrait, your cutter's at the bottom and it's 14.8, so it's just 2 little things down from 15.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to cut that.
Cutting first, yeah?
Yeah.
The reason why we're cutting it first?
Well, I only score it first because it's a time saver for the other one because we're making 2 cards, but really it doesn't, right, just before you put it round, always move your cutter out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're scoring at 14.8. So really you've only one measurement to think of with this card. Oh, I think that's 14.3, love.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
What's Spotty Sensei?
Make sure it's on 14.8. We've all done that. We've all done that measurement. We've all done that. And then make sure it's tucked in nice up there. Yep.
Yep.
14.8 and you're going to score it. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you all right with that? We're good?
Oof, yeah, like that.
Okay. You can fold your card. You've got a nice square card.
Book fold, yeah?
A bit. Yep, it's a book fold. We're going to do a book fold. It just means it's a little bit more... Oh. Did you really do it on 14.8 or did you go back to 14.3?
I don't know.
Oh, let's see if we've got another piece of card. That's
I think it'll have a nice look like that, look.
Well, I'm sure we've got another piece. It's all right.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Don't worry. So cut at 14.8.
14.8, yeah?
Unless the card's wrong.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah?
So, yeah. Just rest it on the actual one. You're on 0.7 there. Go another one. That's it.
Ah,
that's it.
That, I think all my
Oh, you've got to be on the line. You
yep.
cut it, yeah. I think you were maybe doing it on the one before, but still it worked. There we go. We've got a nice bit of scrap there. Right. Take your cutter out of the way before you put your thing down. Good one. That's it, yeah. Now, if this is wrong...
It's the paper.
It's the card.
Yeah.
Because I've double checked that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've proofread that.
Right, moment of truth.
There, perfect. There is a little lip. No, there is because A4 is 29.7. Yeah? A4 is 29.7, yeah? If you divide that by 2, it's not quite 14.8, so you do get a little lip.
Okay.
With card making, you are supposed to have technically a tiny lip, because then you know that's the way you open it.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, so we could put that to one side, because we don't actually need that right to the end. We've done the first bit.
Right.
Right? So let's talk through it. For our layers, anything goes. People say to me all the time, what's the size of your layers? What's the size of your paper? You choose. You choose. You've got the tools here. You know that this area is 14.8. We know that, okay? Yeah. So I always think come in 1 centimetre, come in 2 centimetres, you know, that kind of thing. So what I've done for this piece in the middle, and I'm just going to double check my measurements. Yeah. This white piece, I love the larger border. I like to see the embossing behind it. Okay. Plus also, if you make the area too big to stamp on, it would look a bit daft. Okay, so I've decided this area is 14.8. The white piece is 10.8. So I've come down 4 centimetres.
So this is what?
Put white card.
White card.
10.8 centimetres square. Yeah.
10.8 centimetres squared.
And then the blue, we're just going up 0.5 centimetre, so it's 11.3.
11.3 centimetres, yeah.
Yeah. And then the crumb cake, to make life easier, this, I like a nice bigger white border. That's 14.8, the white.
13.8?
No, you could do, but I've just done 14 to make it easy.
Oh, okay.
14,
right.
14 squared for the crumb cake.
So crumb cake.
Yeah. And I just choose, you just don't lose sleep over what size measurements.
Crumb cake embossed paper.
Yep, it's 14 square.
14 centimetres square.
So we need to cut our layers down. Okay. So we've got some white here. If you've got your book, you can read your measurements. So we're no scoring now. We're just cutting. So that's your white card.
Okay, 10.8.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then flip it and again, yeah, it's because we're making a square.
Remember this time?
Well, you can actually start from the top because you're not scoring. Did you just cut yourself?
Yeah, we did.
I know, I did the other week.
So
10.8.
10.8 again,
yes.
Yeah,
so I was working with square. It's a bit easier, you see, making a square card.
Sorry, you're saying you're working with square or you're working with square?
It's hip to be square.
Okay.
Okay, cool,
right.
Yours. That looks
yep.
good.
That's the middle bit.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, well done, putting it in your little card pile.
So this is 11.3.
You are correct, Amanda.
Oh, 11. 1, 2, I think that's 3.
Yeah. That's fine. You can come down from the top.
Okay.
I don't know if you took your... Oh, no, you did. I thought you took your weight off the trimmer just towards the bottom. But right, that to me... Oh, that's 11.3, sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Because I got 0.8 in my head. Now, if you had a cut at 11.8, that's fine because you can always take off, but you can't add on, can you?
That's true.
And then the crumb cake.
Wow, crumb cake. is 14 centimetres squared.
Yeah. Now that's an easy one for you. Yeah.
That one I can just about manage.
So we've ended up with a lot of offcuts of card on this for this design.
14 centimetres again.
Yeah. Lovely. Whew. Right, we've got all our layers done. That might seem tedious, but we've actually got our layers done. Yeah. So you've got all your bits. Very good, very good.
Like it.
Lovely. So now we'll take just a small piece of white card, and we'll bring the Stamparatus back in.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll do the thing that I was talking about before. Right. So I'm not going to put it right up to this corner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in 2 squares. It's good to use the grid because it's coming in like 2 squares from the right, yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I have cleaned these stamps, but I'm not going to press them down hard. I'm just that's going to go there like that because we're looking at the sides, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take that and pick it up. All right.
Okay.
It did move, but we can just keep it. We could actually use another magnet there, but it's all right. Right, now we're going to bring the other one in.
Wipe it first.
Oh yeah. Get your Stampin' Up a kitchen roll.
Yeah.
There, lovely.
Perfect.
Right, what we're going to do.
I like it.
We won't be able to do this though until we've stamped the C. But you see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Right? Okay, so, but we've got it ready. We've got our stamps ready. Okay, so we're going to take your pool party.
Pool party. And
you're going to ink up that. Oh, let me put that. It's always good to put that keeps it level and not down on the table. So I always recommend putting a stamp set underneath. Okay. Looking good.
Okay.
It's a little bit there. I've got it.
Nice one.
Yep, so...
Over we go.
Yep, over we go. Press down.
Yep.
Lift that up, please. Beautiful. Now, we're not going to take that off.
Okay.
Right? What we're going to do now, you're going to pop that there. Yeah?
Oh,
and you're going to pick it up with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
I like it.
Now, you can see a bit of blue, but that's fine because it's going to be there. Now, you've just to be careful because you need a bit more workspace now because you've got 2 platforms that you're using. So ink that up. I've put an ink pad underneath the similar height to a stamp set as well. So we're going to ink that up and then you're going to bring it forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely. So bring that over. Press down. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yep. Brilliant. Now what you could do, but we're going to do something slightly different with this one, but what we could do is you could pop that there ready to be picked up and you could actually take this off, still with this stuck on, and use the other side, you see, to pick that one up.
All right.
However, we are going to do something a bit different with this one, so we can use a block because I want to show you what I've done. But do you see how you could have 4 sides on the go?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with your stamps. So if you were, say, doing a batch making of cards, yeah, you could leave these on and keep just going. You know, it's good for batch cards because you know the stamps are in the right place as long as you put your white piece back in the right place. Now, where did that big block go? We had a bigger block.
We did?
Yep. Can we have that one? Bring that one in, please. And we're going to put this on it. Now I want to show you. Can you see that that sand there is a lot bigger than that? And what I've done is I've stamped it sort of twice and made the sand a bit bigger, and I'm going to show you what we'll do. So I want you to, I'm going to just take your crumb cake ink.
Yeah.
And it's that way, isn't it? Ink that up as normal. We'll leave it still on the Stamparatus because it's a good platform to. So yeah, perfect. Actually, I've not got any ink on the sides. No, it's looking good. And then remember the thing we said about pointing to the right. Have it overlapping your sand a little bit.
Yep.
Stamp. You see me? Stamp it down.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, now what we're going to do is if you ink it up again, what I did was I turned it round that way.
Yeah.
And I just sort of made more sand, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
So just, I made up a little scene. Yeah. Because we're going to, it doesn't matter about that because we can cover that with a bit of grass or a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So it just makes the sand a bit, it's just another way to use it. So that's your Stamparatus experience. Did you like that?
Enjoyed it.
We'll move that out of the way because it does take up a lot of room. I'll keep it over here.
Okay.
Right, let's bring in the card so you can sort of copy a bit. Now, we could do with your mat now. Because we're going to do normal stamping now. Back to you. And what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see on here, I've actually used a lot more of the stamps than we have done before. So I've actually used that one, which we've never used, over there. So if you want to pop that one on a block, you could even use that block.
Yeah.
So it's up to you, really. You can't see it very well because of the fence, but I've used the big, yeah, that's perfect. The big one there, and then I've used the grasses that we've used before.
Yeah.
At that side, and then re-inked and at that side. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I've done a couple of the smaller grasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and some there. And then I don't know if you can see that. I'll just put it up to camera. Can you see that speckledy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a stamp in here that's like speckledy sand.
Love it.
And it just makes it look a bit more realistic. There should be is there a tiny block in there? Have I put you a tiny block in? Oh, that's a bit dirty block. Got yellow on it. Okay, so we're sorted out with your. Where's that? Oh, it's there. With your stamps. So you know what ink pad you're using, don't you?
I do.
So I'll let you just build up a little scene there. Just if you can use that as a reference, yeah.
Just put this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine there. Use that as a reference.
There's some. Alrighty. Bit going on today with the old Stampin' Up.
Here, tap, tap, tap. No, that's it. Not press, tap. So you can cover up that bit where it's joining in that corner. That's it. I've gone right up to the edge of the white if you want to. It's up to you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can always do another one. You can do another one that's paler and not re-ink if you want, like we did last week. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to build up with your grasses? Now, I didn't use soft suede on mine because I wasn't allowed to. I had to only use crumb cakes. It was a colour challenge. So that's why mine looks a little bit paler.
Okay.
But you could do with the Stampin' Off with this. You could maybe re-ink and do one at this side if you want. It's a nice scene building up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's very therapeutic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or even another.
Yeah, maybe to it right. I do want it right because you've got a lot of white space there. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And now I don't know, it's up to you. If you want to do the smaller grasses, it might be nice to do them in the crumb cake. But I would definitely do the speckledy sand in the crumb cake.
Okay.
Because it's crumb cake sand. That makes sense.
So, would you do this tree one
I
first?
would do some of those there because you've got a big white gap there.
Over here, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just do, if you want, a few speckles of sand to make it look a bit more realistic and sandy. Tap, tap.
Around, yeah?
Yeah, it's one of those stamps, it doesn't really have a way around. You can stamp it again as well, just to get a bit of, yeah? Yeah, do you like that? That's
Love
good.
that.
Right.
I actually think we could have needed another one of them over here somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe in the paler colour, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Right.
So if I do a paler colour, I go like that.
Yeah.
Stamp off first.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Like that, and then...
You're going to have a really pale one there. Wow. Brilliant. Love it. You're good.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So, okay. Now, on this one, you'll see I've done some birds.
Yeah.
And I love how they're on the sky, but they're coming off onto the white. I like how that is. So, there is a stamp set that goes really nicely with this ocean front, and this stamp set's going at the end of June.
Okay.
So it does lend itself to this stamp set. It's the On the Horizon. So we're going to take the birds from here. Now this is a red rubber stamp, so you can't see, and you do have to be really careful that you don't get loads of excess ink.
Sure.
But I would use the paler one, and I'd
Crumb
stamp.
cake?
Yep. So just tap, 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 not press. That's it. And then just check that you've not... We see we've got a little bit of round there. Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. And then just have half on the sky and half coming off. Or 2/3 on the sky. And lovely. Do you like that?
Yeah, it's
That's
good,
good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Lovely, is that?
And then if you want to put a greeting on, you can put a greeting on.
Yep.
If you want to do, I would probably recommend you do one that you can see through, a photopolymer one. So, thanks for, oh, that might be too big. Thinking of you, or where would I be without a friend like you? That'd go nice in that corner. Doesn't want to be a tiny one.
Okay, so where would I be without a friend like you?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Right, I would probably do it in soft suede.
Soft suede.
And you just need to be careful that you don't ink it up too much. Get excess. Let me get it on the block straight for you because I'm doing a bad job here.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
And I'd probably do it top left. Part over the sky and part on the white. Lovely. Yeah, watch that corner.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay, so I'd do a bit of it over on the white and a bit on the...
Right.
Oh, I want... Oh,
No.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I shouldn't be telling you.
Oh.
Right. We're going to have to try. If we'd been on the Stamparatus, we'd have been all right. Right, now, do you think you can get that? If not, I've got a recipe. I've got a way of sorting it. If you can get it on, brilliant. If not, we can recover this.
I think it'll be tough, this one. But
Yeah.
what do you reckon?
Have a go, and if not, all is not lost. Right.
All is lost now.
All is lost. All is lost at sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Because I've got a die cut that we had last week. We could stamp it and it could just go over there like that.
Huh?
Yeah, you what? Right, don't stamp this wrong. No. Right. I think when you press down, you balance more to the right, your weight.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay then.
We can get away with that. You've actually created an ombre effect on your stamp. You've created an ombre. It actually looks good. Look. You've not missed it. I think you didn't ink it all. But that's fine. We can add this on at the end. That's fine. We'll add it on in a bit. Right. Man, what? Oh, we've got 10 minutes or so left. Right. Shall we glue that down? Oh, here we go. A bit of glue.
Yep.
We want to glue that down to that. Oh, that's funny. All is lost. You know, people are coming on to watch now because of your glue art.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. People are now wondering what you're going to come up with. Oh.
There you go.
Oh. And you glued the right piece today, do you remember?
Learning.
Yeah. I didn't tell you, didn't remind you. Right.
Okay.
Okie doke. Do you want to pop that out of the way? We're going to do...
It's a new line of card I just went with.
What is it?
3D card making.
3D?
Yeah.
You've got to wear special glasses to see it.
You do, yeah. For the next catalogue.
Right, okie doke. I'm just trying to create a bit more room.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to bring in the boss.
Oh, Bruce.
Bruce is back.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Oh,
Here we go. We're going to do some embossing. We're going to use I think it's called the timber embossing folder. And it does like a bark, like a timber, yeah?
Yeah.
So what you do is pop it in. This is a square one. Get it lined up. And
Where's my bread?
We need to read. You need to read and tell me what plates you need. Because this is a 3D folder, so it's one of these two.
So I need plates number 4 and 1, please.
Okay, well, that's one in your hand.
Fantastic.
So put that on the platform, number 1.
Yep.
Yep. So you don't, that is your bread.
Yep.
You don't have a plate.
This is my meat.
Now, we're told to always put it in with the hinge coming in first.
So this, right, so that way.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And then you need number...
Number 1, please.
No, that's number 1.
Oh, sorry, number 4.
There we go.
Thank you.
Do you know something I have to say? I didn't do this regularly enough to remember my platforms. And since filming these videos with you, it's helped me remember. I know now what plates I need and things.
Yeah.
Hey, you've done that all by yourself. That's really good. I didn't have to set you off or anything.
Oh, I love that.
Hold that up to the camera.
Look at that.
Love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's great design, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that now. One of the most common mistakes is people are then keen to glue that down. It's up to you. Man, we need to go back. We'll get it out again in a minute. It's up to you, but I've put some linen thread on. I don't think I should make you tie the linen thread. I'm going to give you a week off from that.
Okay, thank you.
So what we can do is we can stick this now down on our piece of white card.
Will you stick that down first, on top of that first?
No, I'd put this one on first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Now, can you see, because we've embossed, it's made it a little bit warped. You do need to make sure you get glue quite up close, because this won't want to stick down as much as a piece of card that's not been embossed. Okay. Because we've sort of and some people say, well, which is the right way up? Well, either way looks quite nice, because it either debossed or embossed, so raised, or because it would look nice that way around. That's showing, yeah. Oh, plenty of glue today, isn't there? Plenty of glue art opportunities.
There we go.
Oh,
that one. That's a sharp, not an hashtag.
I've got a treble clef and the sharp. Is that a B flat? Of a flat?
It's a flat, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put a sticker bass clef in. Oh, music teacher will be very proud of me now.
Can we have something up here? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that. Oh, man. Right.
Right. Okay.
That's 80p worth of glue you've used.
There we go.
Lovely. Okay, let's pop that on our card. Will it play a tune as you stick it down? Now you've got a bigger piece and you're going to have to hold it down a little bit more because it's a bit wavy. Yeah, this is where those pegs would come in handy.
Those what?
Pegs.
Pegs.
Pack of wooden pegs to peg it, to clip it in, hold it in place. So yeah, just give it a few moments, like. There's probably a bit over there, can you see on the left?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, lovely. Right. Now, what I've done with this one is I've raised it up with some foam pads, which I think looks rather nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to pop some on the back of your stamped image.
Yeah.
I'd do corners. Always start with corners.
Yeah. The pressure now going from the middle or from the right or left.
They've been picked over since you last used them, haven't they? Now, this is the biggest piece of card you've ever put dimensionals on.
Did you?
We cannot leave this whole space without anything. So I'd probably put some, yeah. It's too big a gap because you need some support.
Okay.
And then I'd probably go 1, 2. Yeah, lovely, yeah. Perfect. And then there's plenty of these little bad boys to get everywhere. Shall I help you get some off?
Thank you.
Right, I've done those ones. Yep. Okay, so you can pop that on and just eyeball it so you've got it where you want it in the middle. Okay, lovely. And then you can bring in your die cut. We can have that there, and it looks quite nice that it's coming off the side. I think it looks nicer coming off the side.
I think much better off the side.
Yeah, a little bit off the side because then you don't cover all your birds up as well.
Okay.
So just be aware that you don't need to put glue quite up to the side because it's hanging off.
Okay.
Right, you want to pop that on?
Okay, so we're going about there.
Yeah, just about a half a centimetre hanging over the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, and finally, we're going to get the Boss machine out again.
Okay.
I should have done this actually. Made use of our, do you remember we had a lot of scraps?
Did, yeah.
Didn't we, when we cut your card down? So this is the piece of white from, well, the dies that go with the bird stamp set with the horizon have got these lovely cute little fences.
All right.
So I thought we'd cut these out.
Yeah.
So if you want to pick your card up, please, and then open that, and then we'll have a look at what we need.
Okay.
If you read that, we're going to use thin dies, so it's the top one.
Thin die, so we need 4 works. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so what have you got in your hand?
I need number 1 and number 2, please. I need my sandwich, my bread.
Your bread is there.
Yep. I need my meat, please.
Put your bread down first, please, and then pop that on. And then you can pop those on top.
Okay, that's right. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter. This is only a scrap card. It doesn't matter where we cut it.
Okay.
And then another piece of bread. Doesn't matter if they move a little bit. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, see if you...
A bit further.
Yeah.
To the end of the moves. Alright,
Has
good
it
to
got
go.
it?
Yep.
Brilliant. Here, clunks and clicks. That's normal. Let's work out that, isn't it?
Whew.
You what? You'll love this. You'll love these.
Not a lot. Okay.
Right. So, I've got one. Now, when you've started using them for a while, sometimes the card can stay in the die, but you've got it out. what I was just going to show you, if that hadn't have been successful, is there are some little holes so you can pop your scissors, end of your scissors through to poke it out, yeah? And you have to sort of pop these little bits out. But what I've done then is just glued the two little fences on the sides.
So where have you glued them on?
I've just put the glue on the fence. I've just tiny little dots.
Dots, yeah.
So what you need to say is dot, 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 not a lot.
Just make sure that works. Okay. So every fence?
Definitely the outer two and probably the middle one. Not too much at all.
Okay.
And then
quite hard, this one.
Yep. That's fine. That's enough because it's going to stick to your finger and you're going to find it. So try and pick it up where there isn't any glue. Flip it over and have put it right up to the edge of the white. Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
Oh, gloomy card.
Right, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What I find easy to do with that is get the edge of you know what I mean? A bit of scrap sometimes rather than wiping it all, yeah? Sometimes a bit easier to sort of get it with the edge of a piece of scrap. Yeah, do you see what I mean?
Perfect,
yeah. Just holding that down for you. If you want to put a bit of glue on there.
Okay.
I'm just going to hold this down. I don't know if there's any glue under this end bit.
Oh, it's come out a bit too fast there.
All right, okay. Well, we can always get a bit off.
Oh, good practice.
Yeah, it is.
See, I'd have gone down like that.
You can do if you want.
Just to blend it in.
Right, okay.
I feel like Bob Ross again. Okay, I'm happy with that, I'm having that.
So this fence comes the other way. It's slightly smaller. That's it. Lovely. It just adds something to it now. Makes it look a bit more, you know, it leads you it leads you down to the beach, doesn't it, that fence? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice one.
You know, putting the fence there, it's sort of saying, come down to the beach.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you like that?
Yeah.
You're happy with that? You've made a larger card.
Found it.
You've made an occasion card.
Found it hard, but it was good.
Yeah. Was it a hard card?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've just been an hour. That's been perfectly timed.
Good,
about an hour. So today you've used the Stamparatus. Do you like? Yeah. You've learned how to use that. You've made a bigger card. We've made a square card. But we've gone over techniques that we've used in the past.
The thing I like about this is it was a lot more than what we've been doing so far.
Yeah.
But I feel now confident doing another one because I know now they've made the mistakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bingo, we're on.
But I noticed you were doing things without me prompting you tonight.
It's
like with
the
machine and stuff.
Yeah, love it.
With the ink pads, with doing stuff.
Yeah.
So next week's the last week.
Oh, is it?
It's week 5. It's our last week.
What's next week? What do we do next week?
We're doing a card.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing. We're doing a card that's going to sing to, you know. I did promise we might do a fancy fold.
Fancy fold.
We'll have to have a think about how I can incorporate that.
Okay.
I've got a little idea how we could do one.
All right.
So bringing in what we've done, might do a square
Brilliant.
fancy fold. But yeah, thank you for watching tonight. We've had a lot of views.
Good.
Have
a go. Make mistakes. It's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. And check out the Stampin' Up video that Tanner did.
Oh, I can't compete with that.
Yeah, no.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, we're using the drill with the machine next week. So thank you for watching.
Man's got skills.
I'll see you tomorrow morning for coffee and card. And we'll be back on Thursday for paper crafts and piano.
Woohoo.
So, yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Later.
Bye.